team is hired to extract an artifact from a local business. They discover that this business is actually a mega corporate front, and that security is going to be a lot tighter than they thought. But they figured it out ahead of time, so they thought they had an edge, and came up with a pretty good plan. The party's face hides the Street Sam in a janitor's cart, and fakes his way onto the right floor of the building. Then cracks a window for the infiltrator and mage, and the rigger's drones to slip right through. Things are going well until the mage realizes that they are surrounded by bug spirits, and things are actually not going well. The team's Decker does some googling in the fan and realizes that the person who hired them works for the Megacorp and owns the building. The Corp just didn't want to waste its own security forces seizing the artifact from what is now a hive. Not all of the wage slaves around them are bug spirits, but there are enough to make everyone uncomfortable. For whatever reason, the bug spirits are letting the team infiltrate the hive. The team believes it is to use them for some kind of ritual, so they begin to panic. They reach the target sweating bullets and discover that the artifact is incorporated into some kind of altar. The mage is convinced that this is used for rituals to infect people with bug spirits, and that removing the artifact will trigger a reaction of some kind, and maybe even a magical trap. They stop and use their phone a friend lifeline despite the time crunch and confirm these suspicions. While making a decision, the rigger alerts the team to the approach of security guards. The mage confirms they are insect spirits, panics, grabs the artifact, and they make a break for it. The Street Sam starts a fire to cover their escape. The team's Decker, without consulting anyone, had decided to quietly use his crop dusting drone to coat the streets around the building in clear ultra glass, something that slowed down the emergency response. So far, not a big deal. This is a quiet neighborhood, good day, and today is quieter than usual. Up until the fire started, he had been keeping all the alarms and security systems disabled. Now that the building was actually on fire though, it became the Decker's moral obligation to trip the fire alarm. 100 plus employees and bug spirits proceeded to exit the building. The still metahuman employees panic when they realize the building is actually on fire and cause a stampede out the front doors. A good 50 or 60 people end up running full tilt out into the Ultra Glide, and everyone that tries to help them ends up also falling into the industrial strength lubricant. By that time, the fire trucks arrive. 80 or so people are slipping and sliding around in the street in front of the building. The Decker's thoroughness ensured that the fire trucks hit the Ultra Glide before they even noticed the people. All of the civilians and some of the bug spirits end up dead, smushed by the 6 fire truck pileup. The team made it out, but the Johnson refused to return their calls after the incident made the news. Their fixers couldn't find them work anymore, and they couldn't even get a buyer for the fancy new artifact. I think we've all run games where shit hits the fan, but I've never had a situation quite like that. But with Anarchy 2 out, that could change. What's the most botched a run has ever gone for you and your players?